Getting out here. It's been quite a few months since we had this done, but now we're getting ready to take it on. We're going to prep it ourselves. We're going to get out some of the debris, and so it's going to be a little bit of work. Good morning, lifestylers. I wanted to come on this morning to give you a little bit of insight into the next project. The one that you're going to see us do in this video is going to be landscaping. So we bought this house. Unfortunately, it was a short sale, so it was in some rough condition. One of the things that we had to tackle was getting new windows. And so we got some new windows installed, and in order to do that, we had to literally remove all of the shrubbery and landscaping and things of that nature. So this has been sitting for a while. As you can see, we had someone come and tear it all up and kind of start prepping it for getting some new shrubs and landscaping, and that project took a back burner. So we are now getting out here. It's been quite a few months since we had this done, but now we're getting ready to take it on. We're going to prep it ourselves. We're going to get out some of the debris that was left in there, and we're going to start prepping it and doing some landscaping and putting some shrubs and things back in it just to get it back looking nice. So I know you've probably seen the front door. I can show you that. We've got something else that we're going to do there. We're going to paint the wood trim around the door. We're going to paint that black because we've got a lot of prep work to do. And if you know anything about projects, sometimes it's the prep work that can really be kind of daunting. And so as you can see here, all of this needs to be cleaned out. We're going to build a flower bed here on the end with some landscape bricks to kind of build it up because it has such a slope. So we want to kind of build it up to prep for the shrubs and the trees that we're going to put in here. This is one of the things that we just kind of decided, hey, let's push that a little bit further back, but now we want to tackle it. We want the house to really have a really nice aesthetic when people pull up to it. So I've got something on my mouth. So anyway, this is what we're getting ready to do, and so it's going to be a little bit of work. So we're out here early this morning, really tackling this on, trying to get as much of it done. It may take us a couple of days, maybe even a couple of weeks by the time we get everything completely done. But I'm really excited because I really want the house to look good coming up the street, which it has not been so far. We've gotten the inside really good, but now we got to get the outside doing the same. So come along. And if this is the kind of stuff that you're interested in, as I always say, please hit that like button. If you've not subscribed, or this is your first time on this channel, please hit that subscribe button. And of course, I enjoy all of your comments, so make sure that you leave some comments down below about what you're going to be thinking about, what we're going to be doing in this project. I love to engage with you guys. Some of you guys have some of the funniest comments, and it just really builds a connection. So I really appreciate it. I want to thank you for just joining us on Lifestyle with Latasha. And as always, let's get to it. All right, guys, here we are. The first thing that we got to do is we've got to loosen up some of the soil. We also are cleaning out any additional roots that were left from the previous trees. So we're trying to get all of them out. So as you can see, it is quite a task to get roots that have been here. This house is probably a good 20 plus years old. So the original shrubs that were placed down had long roots that were definitely embedded into the ground. So it took a lot of effort. And as you're going to see, we're really going to have to work hard to get these roots out of the system. However, in order to make sure that the flower beds are healthy and that the soil is good and that the new soil that we're going to add in will be able to sustain and work for the new trees that we're going to put in, we realized that it was imperative that we have them removed. So we're going to work hard, and you're going to see us do a lot of pulling and a lot of digging to get these out. Now, if you've been on this channel, you've probably never seen me garden, and this is why. This was an undertaking. Man, some of the root systems that we pulled out of here were unbelievable. And it's hard to imagine that a small shrub could have a root system that could be so embedded in the ground. But this is what we were dealing with. But I am so excited we were able to get them all out. So here's the thing, when you're actually taking roots out of a flower bed, it is really hard to gauge how many roots are actually embedded in the ground. And I was fortunate at our previous home, I actually had a garden center come out and clean out my flower bed for me. Unfortunately, that garden center is no longer in business. So I told my kids, hey, let's just get out here. We can tackle this ourselves. And when they did it at our previous home, when I tell you, I was shocked at the mound of roots that the guy who was working in our landscaping actually pulled out of the ground. And I went out and I was like, where did you get all of this from? And he was like, all of us came out of the flower bed. So the root systems are really, really deeply embedded into the flower bed. And you have to work really hard to get that out to create a fresh space for your new flowers or whatever you're going to plant. And I can tell you, if you don't get them out, even with putting ground cover on top of it and mulch, the roots will still be alive underground and will sometimes make their way back through. So it's worth it to do it. After we had gotten out all the roots that were quite visible to the eye, we decided to go to Home Depot and rent a tiller and allow my husband to go back in just to get this dirt loose and find any additional roots that may have possibly been embedded. So we did that, and that allowed it to get to the point where we're ready to plant our flowers. So here you're going to see me use my garden hose to kind of line out where I wanted the flower bed to be and where the grass and sod was going to be. So I decided to utilize this. We're also going to utilize as some weed barriers, some boxes. Because the flower bed was so large, we wanted to put boxes down to help control the weeds. And we're going to see how it works. I've seen some of the YouTube videos, so I figured I'd give it a try. Let's see how it goes. We also were able to get some work done on the sprinkler system that was in this flower bed. A couple of them needed to be reworked, so we were able to get that done at the same time that we were out here planting some of the first sets of flowers in the garden. What you see me doing here is taking a hostas plant that I had located in another spot that was doing horribly. And so I decided to try to move it into a better spot in the new flower bed that we were making and hoping that it would work. I put it in a spot and then I realized it was too close because it was a large hostas plant. And I knew that it would outgrow the space that we initially put it in. So I took it out of that spot and moved it to another one. And I can honestly say it is doing wonderfully. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to be looking next spring. All right. So as you can see, we're out here trying to get the landscaping done. It's been a little bit of a journey. You can see it's kind of what we have so far. We planted some new shrubs. And over here on this side, I've got a big tree coming that I'm gonna plant back there. And then over here, we're gonna put mulch. So that's pretty much gonna be the extent of over here until I get the tree to see how it's gonna fit. And then I probably will end up putting some more flowers. And so let me just show you the result of Hurricane Helena. This was planted last week and it killed it. So it's a butterfly bush, so we're gonna have to replant that. This here is, it is, oh gosh, what's the name of it? What is the name of it? I forgot. Anyway, it's partially dead. So I'm probably gonna be taking those back to Home Depot and getting those replanted. We're really impressed with the sod and how it's taking. We just put down the edging. Mosquitoes are out. We just put down the edging and kind of trim that. I don't know if you can see that. So we've got to put some more sod down just to fill in the spot. So we're going to cut that. And then from there, we're going to be done until we get our large trees in. So we've got a couple of trees coming in, 1, 2, 3, and then we got to do the other side. So it's just a project that we have finally been able to work on. I'm excited the way that it's turning out, and I'll let you see it when it's all done. All right, take care. Bye. All right, guys. So yes, I am excited. The tree is here and I'm starting to feel as if the flower bed is coming together completely. However, I must give a tip. If you can, go to local nurseries. I made the mistake of deciding to order online. The trees were much smaller than I anticipated. So when they arrived, as beautiful as they are, they're so much smaller than I really thought. And so that was a big mistake on my part. And if I could give you any type of tip, go to your local nurseries, because afterwards we were able to go to our local nursery for some trees to add into the flower bed along with what we already had, and they were in much better shape. So I've just showcased some of the trees that we've planted so far. So we have a blue arrow juniper. I've gotten some Hetz midget arborvitaes. I've got some iris perennials that I actually already had, and I just replanted them. I purchased 2 red double knockout rose trees for this side and 1 for the other. Here I have another set of those Hetz midget arborvitaes, so I need 2 more for the other side. And then this is a yucca plant that I already had. I replanted this, and this is the tree that I was able to get from the local nursery. This tree here is a southern lace, and I am absolutely in love with it, but it is a part of a spruce tree, and so I'm really excited about what this was gonna do. And honestly, for a fraction of the cost of what I paid for the trees online. And here I have some small little hedges that I'm going to utilize just to block off that sprinkler. And here we're going to be adding in another flower bed probably a little bit later on. We've got a lot kind of going on and trying to pull it together. And guys, unfortunately, even after deciding to put the sod in front of the flower bed, thinking to reduce this space because it was so large, it still ended up being a large flower bed. So I have so much more space. So we brought in some boulders and we try to do that, and we're just gonna have to play around with it. So between now and next spring, we're gonna probably have much more items that are gonna be put into the flower bed. I want to give you a little quick showcase of what we're working on now. So we had done the landscaping on this side. We still got some things we're gonna add in here. I ended up with a lot more space than I thought, but we hadn't really showcased the other side. So I'm going to show you what we're actually doing on this side. So let's take a look. I'm just going to turn around. So we're in the process of having a wall added on this side, which I absolutely love, and is pulling out some of the colors of the stone that's around the front door. So we're doing that. And they're building it up, and then we're gonna plant flowers and our trees in there. So this is a big undertaking that we're really excited about and ready to get wrapped up. So I can't wait for the reveal. See you soon. All right, guys, so they are almost finished with this. And as I can tell you, we got several quotes from several different contractors about what this process would look like. And this gentleman was the only one that gave me such a detailed description of what they were going to be doing in my front yard. My biggest concern is that with this being on a slope, I did not want in 2, 3, 4, 5 years for this wall to collapse because it was not put in properly. So from the expertise of him and him showing me what he was going to do to make sure that the drainage was there, just all the information he gave really made me feel comfortable, and I'm really excited for the way that it turned out. Well, all right, we're getting ready to wrap up this video, but of course, if this is something that you're interested in, please stay tuned because there will be a part 2 and the final reveal. But don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and as always, leave your comments down below and return for part 2. See you soon.